All right, let me get to my presentation. All right. Today I will speak about music education for childhood development. Now, children are remarkable human beings. They have the ability to adapt to something quickly and effectively, and every time their brain is developing in a new way. Music education is a great tool for helping children's brains develop. It has a positive impact on development physically and psychologically. Most child scientists or people who work with children agree that music education has helped in their development in some way. Now let's talk about emotional development. There was 4 scientists, Jose, Gloria, Carmen, and Pablo. These scientists were experts in child psychology. Their study included 424 children from the ages of 3 to 12. Some children had emotional development setbacks and others did not. When music was introduced, they noticed there was not a significant difference early on. Their study needed time to develop, so it ended up lasting 10 to 20 years before it came to a conclusion. They discovered that when using different forms of music, each child had different reactions and acted differently with each genre of music while they were playing it or listening to it. Music education lets child development greatly emotionally. Quote, it can contribute to development of emotional intelligence, especially with regards to emotional perception, expression, and regulation, end quote. For the children who had emotional setbacks, there was also a discovery. It ended up helping them regulate their emotional state, such as anger and aggression, was not as significant when music was introduced to them. This study was a great example of how emotional education is important and can be a great tool. But emotional development is not the only development that happens to a child. There's physical development. Now, what is considered physical development? Physical development of the brain is its growth. Therefore, knowledge and comprehension skills, along with their cognitive development, is happening. Usually, a brain is not fully developed until the age of 25. During these years is when the brain intakes the most knowledge and keeps it. Physical development can contribute to all areas, including emotional state, cognitive development, and overall brain health. Now, what is gray matter? Why am I going to talk to you about it? So, gray matter is the outermost part of our brain. It is where thoughts and memories are formed, and gray matter is also where cognitive development happens. Now, there was 2 neuroscientists by the name of Christian Grazer and Gottfried Slodge. They conducted a study about how brain structures differ between musicians and non-musicians. In their study, they found out that there was a physical difference between a musician's brain and a non-musician's brain, and the effect there was on it. When Grazer and Slodge found was remarkable. They found physical differences between the subject's brains. They found, quote, a positive correlation, meaning that the gray matter volume is highest in professional musicians, intermediate and amateur musicians, and lowest in non-musicians, end quote. The discovery proves that gray matter is more active and developed in more areas when musical training has taken place. There's also another study that's taken place, also proving that there was connection between different parts of the brain, where the activity in musicians' brains and non-musicians' brains. Music education has its pros and cons. The pros include cognitive development, creativity, academic success, language development, and there's so many more. These are all linked to things that help with development. like future choices, including educational choices, personal choices, career choices, and the list goes on. Now, there's also cons. There's none. There's no cons. Music education is all pros. Yes, music education is hard work, but it teaches all areas of work skills and development. In conclusion, educators, parents, superintendents, doctors, psychologists have found evidence in both physical and emotional development. The music education is a great and effective source for childhood development. It leads to remarkable success in and strong development within people's emotional lives and physical ones. Childhood development is important, and we only get one shot at it. Music education can make childhood a success. And then this is my works cited. And thank you for listening.